Okay, so now we're going to look at adding attributes that are associated to the little changes we made in the dynamic block editor. So if I double left click on the to get in and modify it. So what I mean is when we pick a new distance, we want an attribute to reflect the change. So what we're going to add here now is the chair status, so whether it's visible with chairs or without chairs if you like, and the length of the table, so that it'll reflect the length of the table. So we're going to define an attribute just as we did before. You can start off pretty much the same. So attribute definition up here, and entering in our tag. So our first tag will be, I'll just call it chair type. Let's put in an underscore. Remember, if you're putting in a tag, if you wanted a space, you didn't have to put in an underscore. It won't recognize a space. So in the prompt then we want the chair status. So is the chair visible or invisible? And then this is where it kind of differs. So instead of entering in a default value here, we can insert a field so it'll automatically change and update with our status. So I click on the insert field option, come along to the second one down, block placeholder, and you're looking at the visibility state on this one. This next one just kind of says whether that temporary value is uppercase or lowercase. You can leave it at none now, whatever. So we're looking at the visibility. So these are the references to the block, if you like. So if we want to attach a reference to something in the block, in this case it's visibility, we're going to look at the distance one again. But you can actually reference the position or anything you want in the block. So in this case we're referencing the visibility status of the block. So click OK, and we got visibility state. And maybe we change the height of this text to 2, and we take middle center, and that's about it, and click OK on that. And if I just place my attribute in there, that's my first attribute, the chair type. So whether it has or hasn't got chairs, that's going to give us that value. The next one then is the size. So again, attribute definition, size, and then it's table length, wasn't it? Table length. Again, come back in here, block placeholder, this time distance. A little kind of additional format we have to kind of do because it's a length. So if you click on this little additional format button, conversion factor, we're going to just kind of keep it as it is, whatever the value is, but you could add in the conversion factor. And in here we'll kind of do 30 times, and we're going to maybe suppress trailing zeros here on this one. We don't want any sort of, we'll go to the nearest whole number with this one, so make sure you suppress trailing zeros, and I'll click OK to that, and OK, and we'll align that one below the previous one. OK, and you can see we've got 30 by updated distance. Click OK, and we got chair type and size in there now. Now that's in the one with chairs, but if I kind of go without chairs, you can see that it doesn't show the attributes. We need the attributes to show in both of them, so we can kind of select both of those and make them visible, so they're visible in both. So remember, we were working in one, it's like two separate blocks now, so if you want the attributes to appear in both, you're going to have to turn them on in both. So that's the one with chairs, and that's the one without chairs, and you see the chairs disappear, but now the attributes show. Okay, so I can kind of close my block editor there, save the changes, and that's kind of a block, but the attributes won't appear until I actually insert the block again. So click on that, with chairs, without chairs, okay. So that's with chairs. Now when I left click on that, and if I go without chairs, hit escape. To get that to update, I just need to type in RE to regenerate it, and it's now showing me the attribute without chairs. If I decide then to change the length of that to 72, again an RE to regenerate, and we get our without chairs, and it's a 30 by 72 inch table. Back again with chairs and change the table back to 48, hit escape, type in RE to regenerate, and we get our with chairs back again. Okay, so that's applying attributes, but also kind of attaching them to the different parameter sets that we've added in.